Hello, guys. I'm your host, Luke, and today I'll be covering one of the few time traveling myths from around the world that was covered in the Mahabharata, a common subject that or book that is brought up in a show like Ancient Aliens, and where they claim that the Vimanas come from and whatnot. But this specific one covers time travel, and it is one of the very first time travel stories that is recorded in history, which appeared in the Hindu epic in the Mahabharata, which was speculated to be written as early as 400 BC. The story follows a king, his daughter, and their search for a perfect suitor. Revati was the only daughter of King Kakudmi, a powerful monarch who ruled an Indian kingdom, a prosperous and advanced kingdom under the sea, called Kusas Thali. Thinking no one could prove to be good enough to marry his beautiful daughter, Kakudmi took Revati with him to Brahmaloka, the home of Brahma, to ask the gods' advice about finding a suitable husband for her. Brahma was listening to a musical performance when they arrived, and so they waited patiently until the performance was finished. Finally, King Kakudmi humbly bowed and made his request. "O Brahma, to whom shall I betroth this daughter? I have come to you to ask on this point. I have searched for many princes, and seen also a good many of them, and none of them are to my liking, and so my mind is not at rest." Brahma laughed at the foolishness of the king. "O king, the princes that you thought would become the bridegroom of your daughter all died. Their sons and grandsons, and their friends even, have all passed away." Time, Brahma goes on to explain, runs differently on different planes of existence. During this time, they had waited in Brahmaloka to see him. 27 Chatur Yugas had passed on Earth. Everything that Kakudmi had and owned, his friends and families, his sons and wife, his armies and treasure, had vanished with the time that had passed. The king and his daughter were overcome with astonishment and grief for everything they had lost. But Brahma comforted them and recommended a worthy husband currently on earth, Bala Rama, the twin brother of Krishna, which is a god. What is really interesting, though, is how similar their view of time was 2,500 years ago by how physicists and astronomers conceptualize space-time today. In the same way that Einstein had said time is relative to the observer's frame of reference. As you increase in speed, time slows down. The god Brahma had told the father and daughter 2,500 years before Einstein was even born that time had run differently on different planes of existence. Hindu philosophy was familiar with the concept that time is relative, and many passages on the Vedic scriptures continuously had pointed this out, that the cosmic time of the gods was different than our time on Earth. Could they have been time travelers, or were they caught up in their god's existence? I don't know, but it seems like this myth is really far out there. I personally don't know what inspired this story, and one other thing that I thought of is maybe it wasn't translated properly. We don't know. The only one that would know died 2,000 years ago. So, but otherwise, I like the story. Where the ones like these are so far out there. who knows what really happened to inspire this chain of events. But I'm your host, Luke, signing out. And be careful, guys, because you never know when you might fall into a time slip and or other phenomenon. Have a good day, and I hope you enjoy.